Well, hello, bonjour. Welcome to my normal version of this that I'd put on my Instagram. There's little Phil. I haven't put any music. J'ai pas mis de musique. But I just thought I'd put it on quick. Let's get on and enjoy ourselves and get ready for the year, pour l'année, pour l'hiver, for the autumn. I love autumn. We feel like we've been rushed into it. Usually here, it's still hot and sunny and we're at the beach, as Facebook reminds us by showing us things. So last year, under 11 years ago, it was a hot, sunny day. But Hurricane or Cyclone Erin has changed that over here where I live in the southwest coast of France in Les Landes or Landes, as I've Landaise, it works, Landaise works. Anyway, let's get back to work. On va recommencer ici. Demain, je fais la même chose, sans les kettlebells bien sûr, sans équipement, mais avec plus de répétitions. Et ça sera plus de barres au début qui remplacera the kettlebells. A bar will be replacing kettlebells. So, you know, if you've been watching, all about the connections, your Pilates connections. Very, very important. And your Pilates breathing, whatever you do, unless you're in a yoga class, because it's very different breathing. But you can still work on holding your pelvic floor, softening your ribs. That helps. Voilà. Alors ici, j'utilise cette partie-là comme juste pour commencer à sentir son corps et aussi se réchauffer, bien sûr. On fait ça qu'une fois et après, on peut recommencer le tout de cette vidéo à part à la fin, qui est la relaxation, bien sûr. Alors, ce qui vous donnera au moins 40 minutes d'exercice là avec des poids. J'ai pris des kettlebells, moi, de 6 kilos et 8 kilos et des poids sur les chevilles de 2 kilos et des poids libres de 4 kilos. Mais vous pouvez commencer avec des kettlebells, je suggère 8 kilos ou 6 kilos si vous avez déjà travaillé avec des poids. Et voilà, donc je vois que Philippe, mon assistant, is helping me. Comme d'habitude, Philippe est là. Sauron est en fait sur le tapis mauve qu'on voit sur le coin et il dort. Mais il va beaucoup mieux qu'avant. Bon, I'm warmed up. Are you warmed up? You could also just choose to either do the whole thing and then do it again, or take each one separate and repeat them twice. It also depends how you feel. Mais comme j'ai rien fait tout l'été, I've done nothing the whole summer except one little video. But, you know, it was nice to take the time off. And I went to other people's classes because we get a lot of yoga teachers and lovely people that come here for the summer. Obviously, I still got my second big aneurysm to do. So I'm not doing I didn't do any surfing. Didn't do any paddleboarding either because can't see that well. And as usual, you know, that's what been the problem with my videos until they found what the problem was in 2023. But things have been going wrong since 2019, so I really couldn't see very well. And it's actually that bits of vision are missing, and there's whole bits and now in the left eye, like there's barely any vision there. So enjoy. I like to think that whatever your age, I'm 61, this is unfiltered. I've not on any hormones. It's just not available in this part of France. There are no gynecologists. I mean, it's a beautiful part, but you're kind of in the middle of nowhere, and I couldn't be bothered to travel to Paris all the time or London to get things done, which I did do in the very beginning, the first few years, not HRT. But the conversation, if you want to have it for perimenopause, menopause, postmenopause, HRT, and of course, I suffer from really bad ADHD, dyslexia, dyspraxia. This is what's important for me to keep going, and I want to stay fit for my operation. So, here we go. Enjoy. This is your classic kettlebell swing to be done. Here, you breathe out. Here, you breathe in. Here, you breathe out. You should be breathing out on effort. So you don't push down on your pelvic floor, you pull it up on effort. On remonte son plancher pelvien avec l'effort. C'est pour ça que je fais une différente respiration que beaucoup de gens qui font les gros kettlebells font. Ceci est une technique plutôt basée sur pilates et barres. Hein. Pensez kettlebells façon danseuse. Mais en fait, je trouve tout le monde à qui j'ai donné des leçons a toujours dit que le kettlebell est beaucoup, beaucoup, beaucoup plus dur que de juste courir. Et j'ai couru pendant des années où j'emmenais mes clients courir. Alors, mais moi, j'ai plus le droit de courir à cause que mes hanches sont plates. Elles étaient déjà bien usées à 18 ans à cause de la danse et j'ai continué un peu. Et après, je ne pouvais plus danser. So, I became a croupier. That's very different. And I had a little one who's now going to be 40 in a couple of weeks. Ah! I wish I could say age is just a number, but it just depends. The idea is to keep going, never give up, and just keep going, keep trying. But I really enjoyed taking care of myself, having fun with friends and family this summer. And I don't usually take that many pictures actually in the summer because I'm having fun, too much fun to record the fun. And that's what everyone said at the end of the summer. We barely took any photos. And the photos we have, for ourselves. So, this is the Bulgarian split squat. Hein? Ça, c'est fun. Vous pouvez utiliser une chaise. You should bend your back forward. Mettez votre poids bien en avant et être sûr d'être bien aligné. Right, on to our next exercise. Là, avec mes petits 8 kilos. I like this one. You just twist and turn, come back, and doing the little halo, which I love. I'm not going to sing Halo by Beyonce because I can't sing. I sing very badly, which I find embarrassing in yoga, which I've done Kundalini and others where we chant, and I think I'm putting everyone off with my, I have a very bad tone, I think. Mais, en fait, en écoutant les autres, je peux me mettre, et c'est ça que je faisais quand je faisais du théâtre comédie musicale, c'est qu'en fait, en écoutant les autres, on arrive au même ton. Voilà. Anyway, back to the kettlebells. On revient aux kettlebells, qui est juste fabuleux pour faire des muscles et en même temps, un peu de cardio. Voilà, et regarde, qu'est-ce que j'ai fait? Non, on descend comme ça, à moins que vous aviez des problèmes de genoux. On sort les fesses, c'est ça qu'on utilise. Voilà, take it slow. Right, I'm already feeling good. I always feel good exercising. And in fact, although I didn't do much, well, I did a couple of yoga classes a week. We had fun with the friends, even though there was apéro. That's your apéritif. A thing you do on your summer holiday religiously in France every day. But you have to be careful after a certain age. I burn too easily, and other people, especially women, but even men who start to lose testosterone in their mid-40s, we start to put on a little bit of weight here and there. So it's important to stay strong and stay fit. You can see that I cannot see what is being shown on the camera, so I hope that you can see me. Now, after, obviously, when I edited a bit, I could see. I don't edit much. I could probably do better, but I'll wait for people to subscribe, like. I would really enjoy that. I'm going to try and grow my channel just in case I lose my sight again like I did the last time for about a year. And then I won't be able, obviously, to go to people. Teaching, I can still teach a bit. I did, actually. Je vais continuer à donner des leçons, même si après mon opération, j'ai peut-être perdu la vue. Elle est revenue la dernière fois. Doigts croisés, ça va continuer. Mais sinon, please like et subscribe, parce que je vais essayer de faire une chaîne qui va peut-être me rapporter un peu. Ça va aider. Everything helps. And here we go, the famous Turkish get-up, which I did as we're back after the summer holidays. J'ai utilisé 6 kilos. C'est bien, on fait la classe en franglais. J'ai eu une super classe de yoga qu'on a fait en franglais, or did they call it fringlish? I forget. I'm old. I don't know what the latest thing is. I don't think we say franglais anymore. I think it's fringlish or something. I do remember. I'm going to treat myself to a yoga class tonight. It's so nice as a teacher to have somebody else teach you. Okay, I'm just showing off there. Je faisais my smart ass. And here we are, going back down. You reverse it. If you look, over the years, I have made lots of videos of the Turkish get-up. So we'll probably carry on with this version and the version that I will film tomorrow without weights, which will have a bar instead of using kettlebells. There, you can always change things around. But the one thing I love about kettlebells is that it works at building muscle and your cardio at the same time. Now, depending on what you want exactly, you can increase your weight and not do as many repetitions, or increase the repetitions but decrease the weight, or there are so many ways depending on what you need and what you want, obviously. Voilà, alors là, bas du ventre, surtout si on utilise les connexions de Pilates. Squeeze your pelvic floor, zip it up, and then pull your navel to your spine. Remember that. Zip it up. On zip comme on fait le stop pipi et on remonte le plancher pelvien jusqu'à en dessous, jusqu'à à peu près le nombril ou en dessous. Et après, on tire le nombril vers la colonne. Et là, après, c'est les muscles en dessous de nos côtes, celles qui nous aident à respirer, qui nous aident à faire la fameuse respiration latérale de Pilates pour avoir un maximum d'oxygène à nos muscles. Alors là, j'ai juste fait 4 de chaque côté avec mon kettlebell de 6 kilos seulement. Mais bon, c'est mieux que rien. Mais si vous débutez avec les kettlebells, je suggère 4 kilos. Voilà pour débuter. Moi, je suis contente de moi. Là, je suis très contente de moi. Alors, ceci est avec un band, un moyen band, medium band. 2 kilos sur chaque cheville, 2 kilos on each ankle. I'm bringing your bum down. Here we go. See, I brought it up a bit too high. 4 kilos in free weight, 4 kilos pour le poids libre. Et là, on va commencer à faire, c'est un peu de pilates classique, mais je vais seulement faire 4 de chaque côté parce que je recommence après un été et parce que c'est très, très difficile. Vous verrez, demain, sans aucun de ces choses-là, ça sera beaucoup plus facile. Et là, on va en faire au moins 10 ou 16. Alors là, on inspire. Là, on expire. Bringing that elbow up to, at the same time, work your triceps. Et on tire. Là, on fait un petit rond de jambe, un demi-rond de jambe. Bon, j'ai pas fait attention. Regarde le mur. Yeah, I did not take into account the wall. So here we go. And now, back down. Just to do this at an angle, and you will see from both sides. I should have started on the other side. I'm really sorry. What can I say? This is your trainer with dyslexia, dyspraxia, ADHD, not on HRT, 61 years old, 1 aneurysm stented, just 1 more to go. So not much sight, but I'm working on my balance because obviously it's been affected with the sight. But, you know, we have to work on our balance as we get older anyway. So here we are. This works so well for that little place, you know, at the top of the legs, under the bum and the inner thigh, ce petit endroit en haut des cuisses, à l'intérieur de la cuisse, juste en dessous des fesses, qu'il faut travailler. Et là, just a bit of fun. Moi, j'aime beaucoup cet exercice. On fait un peu de pilates. On a fait des kettlebells. As you can see, I've done no abs. Il n'y a pas eu de travail sur les abdos aujourd'hui parce que de toute façon, on travaille nos abdos. Là, vous allez les sentir, surtout l'exercice du début, quand on tire la jambe vers la tête, comme si on allait embrasser notre genou. Here we go. That bit. Now, nice stretch. Release your lower back. On inspire et on expire, child's pose, on sent le bas du dos s'étirer. Et maintenant, on est prêt à faire l'autre côté, the other side. Enjoy, think of all your connections, breathe in, and there, breathe out. On expire, on essaye d'embrasser notre genou, on lève le coude le plus haut possible comme ça. En même temps, on travaille nos triceps. Beaucoup de choses là à faire en même temps. Mais c'est pour ça que c'est un très bon challenge et on n'en fait que 4. On essaiera d'aller un petit peu tous les jours à faire 8. Si vous ne pouvez pas faire ceci tous les jours, essayez de le faire au moins 3 fois par semaine. Si vous faites d'autres choses comme peut-être aller à un cours de yoga, un cours de reformer, aller courir, aller faire une bonne marche d'1h30 à 2 heures. Peut-être avec des petits poids. Là, j'utilise aussi une balle que j'ai légèrement dégonflée pour un peu tester mon équilibre. C'est supposé d'être dur. It's a challenge. So this ball kind of deregulates, unbalances you, and you got to hold on to your core. That's the whole point, isn't it? So this is small. I've done it before. Tomorrow I'll be showing it again without all the torture instruments. But this really works. So we will work our way. This is only here we're doing in 10s. The hardest one I did in 4s. So this is so good. This is the one that I said was brilliant for that bit of your leg at the top of the back of your thigh, under your bum. And this is just a nice little exercise. And at the same time, if you look at my hands, I'm in a good position here to a Pilates position. C'est une position de Pilates très bon pour le dos. Wow, certainly haven't had an apéro for ages now. So it's very weird, even there, looking at the video, not seeing the sunshine. We're only the 2nd of September. Go and reach out, and if you can, and if you haven't got any shoulder or capsule shoulder problems, hein, si vous n'avez aucun problème, vous pouvez faire cet exercice et après emmener le bras derrière et attraper l'intérieur de l'autre cuisse. Mais si vous ne pouvez pas, pas de problème. Vous faites ce que vous pouvez. On ne tire pas sur l'épaule. And cacao. Enjoy. Breathe in and then breathing out when you look up to the ceiling. Right, we're going to take all the accoutrements off. Et maintenant, un petit dernier que j'adore. Alors, avec les poids de 2 kilos, peut-être que vous avez 1 kilo ou 500 grammes. So here we go. The idea is to keep the hips straight. On essaye de se garder aligné. Avec le principe de Pilates, on reste dans le cadre. Alors, les épaules sont bien alignées aussi. Le corps veut se tordre et c'est de se battre contre ça qui vous fait travailler les bons muscles. Your body wants to twist itself, and it's you keeping your hips and shoulders straight that makes sure that you do this right. Now, you know this is rocking the baby, which I love. I've been doing this for years, and my God, my hips love it. Okay, just showing off a bit, stretching, but I can no longer do as much because of my Baker's cyst. J'ai encore ce kyste popliteal, mais ça va beaucoup mieux. Ça maintenant, ça fait un peu plus qu'1 an. Mais bon, voilà. Et quand j'ai cassé mon petit orteil l'été dernier aussi, quand j'avais été à une grosse fête à Londres, maintenant, ça causait de l'arthrose dans le pied que je ne peux plus pointer ou monter trop haut en demi-pointe, ce qui est dommage, mais bon. Hello to getting old. Et on va faire... Alors là, vous faites beaucoup de choses en même temps. Et si vous ne pouvez pas avoir la jambe complètement droite derrière, je vais montrer maintenant, ça ne fait rien. Vous faites encore attitude. This is what I mean by doing ballet version. So if you can't straighten the leg behind, and you'll see I can't straighten mine that well at the moment, especially with 2 kilo weights. Excuses. Stick to attitude. This is attitude. You've got to make sure you can see your toe. Tomorrow, I will be doing this technically. I will maybe even talk straight, but I haven't got one of those little microphones. I live in the middle of nowhere, and Prime just cut me off. Really weird. But somebody had got into our account, so I think that's to do. But I don't think we meant to lose all our films, our books, and our music. Still, Mr. Bezos has a huge wedding to pay for, hasn't he? And I'm just jealous. Plastic surgery-wise, I could do with a lot, definitely. And here, I can't even find decent Botox. So I gave up about 6-7 years ago, and I was sick of going back to London because then you had to go back for your top-up 2 weeks later. And I was teaching. I couldn't always do that. And then I thought, you know what? You live here in the middle, like you live in a wild place, so you don't have to. And here we are finishing at rock the baby, feeling that release in the hips. Yes. Right now, here's a fun one, un petit dernier pour travailler les obliques, those deep obliques. Encore, je fais pas une tonne parce que j'ai pas l'excuse que j'ai mis plein de poids. Mais là, je voulais juste le montrer. Demain, ça sera beaucoup plus long. Here's classic Pilates. Ça, c'est un classique. L'important, shoulder over shoulder and hips over hips. There you go. Staying in the frame. Right. I want you to here, breathe in and breathe out. Push on your hand, not your shoulder. So you should feel, again, your arm muscles working, biceps and triceps. And this is always fun, rolling over and here for your lower stomach, keeping the legs. If you feel that they're turning in, si vous sentez que les jambes rentrent en dedans, arrêtez, pliez légèrement parce qu'il faut que les talons soient tournés en dehors, comme en danse, en première. Even Mr. Pilates himself knew that. So here we go. Nice classic qu'on peut faire sans poids, qu'on peut faire aussi sur son coude quand on débute. This is really important. But if you want to make it extra hard, then you add the weights. And you will get that cinched in waist. I'm trying to remember the word that's really trending at the moment. Snatched waist. Snatched. But, you know, I'm not that cool. I'm somebody's gran. Je suis une mamie. Mais moi, j'ai appelé ma mémé mémé. Ma mémé française. Je n'ai pas connu ma mémé britannique. Voilà. Je suis une vraie Parisienne, hein, born in Paris. And my dad was born in Paris, so double whammy. But I did grow up in Quebec, in Montreal. And then I came to London when I was 16, which is probably the coolest thing to be able to do, in 1980. So Pilates was around, but I think it only came around mid-80s at the Pineapple Studios. I think it was the only place that did it. Probably in the whole of the UK. On avait un peu de Pilates, je pense, fin ou le milieu des années 80 au studio Pineapple à Covent Garden. Et je pense que c'était le seul, peut-être le seul en Grande-Bretagne. Corrigez-moi, mettez-les dans les commentaires. Et j'aurais dû dire, please like and subscribe. J'essaie de faire travailler ma chaîne maintenant. Et voilà. Here we go. Let's go back to work. This is really good. I'm doing this with 4 kilo weights. You want that cinched in, snatched weight. More importantly, strong obliques. Qu'est-ce qui est important? C'est d'être fort, d'avoir la force. Mais on peut le faire tout ceci sur le coude pour les débutants. Voilà. Ou si vous avez mal, il faut faire attention. Si vous êtes comme moi, plein d'arthrose dans les mains, les pouces, j'ai fait trop de massages. I did so many, I guess it's over 25 years of, 20 years of massaging, 25? Anyway, here we go. Le temps pour la relaxation. Vous pouvez mettre la musique que vous aimez. Put some nice music on that relaxes you. This is so good. I've been doing this for years. It helps me. It keeps my hips happy. You can stretch. First of all, keep your sacrum on the floor and then release your sacrum. Vous le faites au début avec le sacrum par terre et après sans le sacrum par terre. On le lâche. On le relâche. Ici, c'est très important de relâcher le genou pour qu'il s'éloigne. And now a nice little ballet stretch. This is what dancers do. Really go to the fullest of your ankle movements. You can spot the ankle with all the metal in it, and then I broke the toe last year, and then obviously the arthritis is getting worse. Oh, the joys of being over 60. I can't believe I'm over 60. I'm going to pretend I'm not. I remember my grandmother telling me as she was coming up to 100 that she didn't feel any different than when she was 21. I don't know if, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. She did look fab. My grandmother left us a true Parisienne. She was beautiful. She was at the hairdresser's the week that she died at 101. You would never have seen her not done up and not flirting. She always carried on flirting, which is probably another secret to staying young. And as she told me, as long as you can keep moving, do not stop. She had tried HRT as well because she had an early menopause like I did, although hers was in her late 30s. I was menopause. Well, they don't tell you have to wait a year now. So basically, officially menopause at 41, faut demander un test de sang, test sanguin pour savoir comment vont les hormones. Ça, c'est très important. On ne doit pas juste vous donner n'importe quoi comme ça, sans tester et savoir où vous êtes, qu'est-ce que vous avez besoin, plus de progestérone, testosterone, Yeah, they don't do blood tests here. I did find out when I went to see one in Bordeaux. She panicked. She goes like, oh, you have to go to Paris for that. I just wanted to sleep. Now I just gave up on sleep because the progesterone, she didn't do a blood test and the progesterone, I did sleep. Oh my God, I slept so well. It was unbelievable. Now here in this position, you check where you want your hands to be. These are your different chakras, And just breathe in and breathe out and relax. You can do your yoga breathing. We're breathing in and out using your stomach. Or stick to your Pilates breathing, whatever makes you comfortable. You can stretch out nicely. Now what I want you to do, qu'est-ce qu'il faut faire? It's to tense. Just tension partout, even your eyeballs. Tout. And then release. Completely. Inspirez, expirez. Les yeux sont toujours fermés et essayez de regarder le point entre vos sourcils. That should feel nice. Put your hand, if it doesn't work, finger between your eyebrows to look at that spot with your eyes shut between your eyebrows. And when you're ready, only when you're ready, turn to your left side. Come back, nice and slowly. Hey, well done. You've done the flow challenge for la rentrée.